let's talk about frustration. So frustration is when you try to learn something but you can't. So you get this feeling that ain't gonna happen, I can't do this, and you keep trying and you still fail. It's like learning to ride a bicycle. But in terms of sword fighting, it's the same thing. You have this new technique and you try to execute it, it's not working. So you are doing it like at home or at practice or in sparring, and you can't do it. And I get this feeling that you're gonna give up. So it's too much, too difficult. But even though it's hard, it's necessary. And this is something what many people don't understand, that the frustration is actually the key to learning. Because if you don't experience any frustration, you might not be learning. Maybe you are doing the same thing over and over again. So there really isn't any frustration there. It feels good, but it's what you have been doing already. But if you try something new, you might not be learning until the frustration sets in. So it kind of unlocks something in your head. And then, that being the case, the question is that how to create a situation where there is this frustration. So you can do that in two ways, let's say. So the first one is that you pick a new sword fighting technique, you try to understand, try to make it work. That's already something new. So you need to practice it, understand it, and it can take quite a while before you get the motorics there, that you can execute it correctly. If you have a teacher, they will tell you that if you're doing it right or wrong. If not, you have to do it yourself. So that's one thing. And the other thing, of course, if you want to generate the feeling using something you already do, is to go faster. So it means that you pick something what you know and you do it as fast as you can, maybe repeatedly, or maybe mix in, if you're trying to do sword strikes, maybe you mix in some stepping. So if you can do the striking when you put in the stepping, then it becomes a new thing again, and it can be quite difficult, especially if you go fast. But here's the thing, don't make it too difficult. So if you just fail, that's not good for learning perspective. So what you need to do is, it's a bit windy here, let's move. What you need to do is actually set the difficulty in such a way that you are balancing on the edge. So sometimes you can do it, sometimes you cannot. So you have to find the correct level of difficulty. So either you need to slow down the movement speed in order to catch up, or make it more simple, maybe drop off something. So if you are practicing new kind of stepping, don't do any sword strikes, do only the stepping. See if you can do that, then speed that up, and then later bringing the sword strikes. Or the other way around, if you are practicing a new strike, do only that and without any stepping. So this is usually done with beginners, so we learn the strikes first without moving, and then we add simple stepping, and then we add more complex stepping. But the whole idea is to get a little bit frustration in, but not too much. And the thing is that if the frustration level is too high, then of course nobody learns anything. So you have to keep it on the right level. And you don't have to keep doing that too long. So if you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe a little bit frustrated, then stop and come back again next time. So then you once again find the frustration level and keep practicing it there. back off a little bit, then go back to frustration and back off. So this is how I practice, and I found it very useful, and it keeps the challenge level correct. But you have to find the level yourself. Try it out. Remember, frustration is not a problem, just the indication that your brain starts to open up for you to learn. No frustration, no learning in my experience. So it is necessary, and it's telling you that you are on the right track to learn new stuff.